Okay, it's another one of those mornings. It's 4:45, which is a ridiculous time to be up in the morning. However, today we are heading down to Romsey in Hampshire to start our half-term holiday with a trip to Peppa Pig World. Not to Peppa Pig World, to Portons Park, which also has Peppa Pig World. And then we're heading over to the Isle of Wight after that. So, did most of the packing of the car last night. So this is the rest of the stuff that I have to try and squeeze into the car. This is how packed the car is already, and we already have some stuff in the roof box. So just about got enough space. And what I would say is, it's 4:45 in the morning. There's no need for it to be quite as light as what it is. Who needs it light at 4:45 in the morning? It would be so much better to have that light in the evening. But B, it's been absolutely glorious here in the UK for the last 2 or 3 weeks. The sun's been shining every day. It's been really, really nice. And then this morning, as we're starting our UK holiday, our UK vacation, it's miserable, it's rainy, and it's windy. Why is anyone surprised? So we're just waiting to go on the Isle of Wight ferry now from Portsmouth after a bit of a mix-up this morning, which has now been resolved. So we're leaving from Portsmouth rather than the initial plan of Lymington. Hoping to get on the earlier one. No. I'm not sure we could have got any closer to the back of the ferry.
Yeah. At least we're going to be in the first half, aren't we?
No, we're going to be last off.
Oh.
You don't reverse off the ferry, Josh. So we're on the Isle of Wight ferry now, just leaving Portsmouth. We had to rearrange our ferry this morning because there was a bit of a mix-up. I didn't receive the email from Apple Durham to change the ferry time, so we tried to do it ourselves. Ended up having to go from Portsmouth instead. It's not the end of the world. Gave us some time to kill this morning. And so we're heading over now, heading into Fishbourne. It'll take us probably 20 minutes, about half an hour, 40 minutes I think it is. So that's Portsmouth over there. There's the passenger ferry coming over as well, look, the catamaran. See, over there somewhere is South Sea Castle. Oh, there it is over there. On the beach? No, it's a bit chilly, Josh. Yeah. There's a little fair over there. You can get a cred over there, Josh. Look. Which one's the poop deck, Josh?
Probably that one, though. I think that one's the poop deck.
So if we go around this side, old Josh, we'll be able to see the forts, the Magello fort. There they are. Look. See the forts over in the middle of the water. There's 3 of them you can see from here. They're Napoleonic forts. These ones over here. You can see there's 3 forts over there on the water. We've got they're Georgian forts. They're from the Napoleonic era, and they were built there to stop the invasion of the French during the Napoleonic Wars back at the end of the 18th and early 19th centuries. And then over here we can see the island itself. And then just as we are looking over here as well, we can see the return White Link ferry coming back over from Fishbourne, heading towards Portsmouth. So we have left Portsmouth now. Portsmouth is behind me over there to my right shoulder. We are heading over. We've had to go from Portsmouth this morning. Although our initial plan was to go from Lymington, so we had to drive from Lymington over to Portsmouth because there was a bit of a mix-up with our ferry tickets, which we have sorted through the help of White Link. Apple Durham, there was no issue. There was no actual issue. They had sent us they had rebooked the ferry, but there was a slight mix-up with the emails. So I didn't receive the amended email with the amended dates on. So I got a bit panicky last night, thinking we weren't going to have a ferry to get over. But all's well that ends well. We managed to get on the 11:20 ferry, even though we were booked for the 12 o'clock one. So we were able to, so we were 40 minutes earlier than we thought we were going to be this morning. So we'll get over to the island about 12 o'clock. Because we're coming into Fishbourne rather than Lymington, does change my plans, because I was going to pop to Yarmouth Castle for an hour or so. So we'll have to do that on the way home instead. We won't be heading to the caravan park till about 12 o'clock-ish, but we'll have to find something to do for a couple of hours. But I'm sure I can find something. So this is us coming into Fishbourne Harbour here on the Isle of Wight to commence our trip on the Island of Wonders. The Island of Wonderment.
The Garden of Eden. Actually, no, it's the Isle of Eden.
It's the Island of Wonderment.
It's the Isle of Eden, Dad.
You have been watching Munchy Road Hippopotamus. Thank you for joining us in our adventures. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy our channel, and tell us about any adventures that you have in the comments below. Get out there and explore your world.